The WWE Universe has still not been able to digest the massive announcement made by R-Truth a few days ago. The legend announced that the company had released him, expressing his gratitude to everyone who supported him through the years. While it was initially thought to be Truth joking, the release was then confirmed by further reports. Truth battled John Cena in a non-title singles match at Saturday night's main event recently. Both legends tore the house down and thereby ended up earning rave reviews from the fans. Since his announcement, Carlito and Sarah Logan have also announced their releases from the company, and speculations of these moves being released have also been making rounds online. While there might be numerous reasons behind the legend's release, there is a chance that Nick Aldis has found a replacement for the legend and is set to introduce him on SmackDown soon. Speculations of Javon Evans being the potential replacement for R-Truth have been quite high among the WWE Universe. While most fans feel Truth's character is irreplaceable, Evans' work has made some feel he could match a few of his qualities, which makes it a possibility. During a recent edition of Sportskeeda's WrestleVotes Q&A, Bill Apter spoke about Evans being a potential replacement for Truth, stating that one might call Evans a replacement, but nobody could replace R-Truth. While the reason behind Truth's release from WWE is still unknown, a new update from WrestleVotes has taken the wrestling world by storm. The report explained that Truth was rather offered a contract from the company, but the legend himself turned it down. While Truth was offered a contract, a 60% pay cut was clearly not what the legend deserved. Now that the veteran is released, it would be interesting to see what he plans to do next in the wrestling industry. WWE fans have been buzzing with excitement ever since the rumors started circulating about a major acquisition for SmackDown. This acquisition is reportedly going to fill the rather large shoes left by the legendary R-Truth. R-Truth, who has been a cornerstone of WWE's entertainment and comedy-driven segments, has amassed an incredible following thanks to his charisma, impeccable timing, and ability to entertain fans both in and out of the ring. His departure, however, has left a void in SmackDown's entertainment roster, a void that WWE appears to be preparing to fill in a big way. Enter Nick Aldis, the British wrestling sensation who has made a name for himself in the industry with his charisma, technical prowess, and unmatched dedication to the craft. Rumors of Aldis joining WWE have been swirling for months, and now it seems that the time has come for the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion to take his place on the SmackDown roster. But what does this acquisition mean for the show? Could Aldis truly be R-Truth's replacement? And how would this shift impact both SmackDown and WWE as a whole? Let's dive into the possibilities and explore what fans can expect from this potential move. The departure of R-Truth, a changing of the guard. R-Truth's impact on WWE is undeniable. Over the years, his humor and unique personality have made him one of the most beloved figures in the company. Whether it was his hilarious segments with Little Jimmy, his ongoing comedic feud with the 24/7 championship, or his larger-than-life persona, Truth has always been a fan favorite. His comedic timing was impeccable, and his ability to play both the role of an underdog and a champion made him versatile enough to be a fixture on the roster for nearly 2 decades. However, the natural progression of wrestling careers means that even the most established stars eventually step aside. Whether due to age, shifting interests, or simply making way for new talent, R-Truth's time on SmackDown may be coming to a close. This, in turn, opens up the opportunity for someone else to step in and fill the void. Enter Nick Aldis, whose acquisition could mark a new chapter for WWE's Blue brand. Nick Aldis, a rising star with a strong legacy. Nick Aldis, known for his impressive career in Impact Wrestling and his reign as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, has long been recognized as one of the best in-ring performers in the industry. Aldis is a throwback to the traditional wrestling style, blending technical wrestling with charisma and storytelling. His matches are often praised for their storytelling and psychological depth, while his promo work is sharp, confident, and always engaging. Aldis has built his legacy as a top-tier wrestler, and his time in the NWA allowed him to showcase his talent to a wider audience. However, the possibility of him joining WWE, specifically SmackDown, could elevate his profile to new heights. Aldis's blend of wrestling ability and magnetic charisma makes him an intriguing option to step into R-Truth's shoes, albeit in a very different way. While R-Truth's character was largely built around comedy and entertainment, Aldis is known for his more serious, no-nonsense persona. However, this contrast could be what makes him an excellent fit for SmackDown, a brand that has always prided itself on blending both in-ring action and storytelling. In essence, Aldis could bring a fresh dynamic to the show, offering something different while still maintaining that larger-than-life appeal that WWE fans love. The transition from comedy to seriousness. How will Aldis fit? One of the biggest questions surrounding Aldis's potential role on SmackDown is how he would transition from his previous character and style to fill the shoes of someone like R-Truth. After all, Truth was the king of comedy within WWE, known for lighthearted segments and wacky antics. His feuds, while entertaining, rarely took a serious tone. The challenge here is whether Aldis, whose style is more grounded and serious, could effectively fill this role. Interestingly, the answer may lie in how WWE decides to utilize Aldis. While it's true that Aldis excels in serious storylines, WWE has a long history of pairing larger-than-life characters with more grounded personalities to create compelling dynamics. For instance, SmackDown's Roman Reigns has proven that fans love a dominant, serious figure, but pairing him with comedic characters like Paul Heyman has only enhanced his persona. What if Aldis were to become WWE's next serious star, but with a humorous twist? Imagine a storyline where Aldis's no-nonsense attitude is contrasted with SmackDown's current comedic landscape, creating an unexpected, yet entertaining juxtaposition. His interactions with other talent could play out as a rivalry of sorts, where he is positioned as the straight man to some of the more eccentric personalities around him. Whether it's an unlikely alliance or a confrontation with comedic characters like Otis, the combination of his stoic presence and the unpredictable antics of his colleagues could make for must-see television. Potential storylines. What could Aldis bring to SmackDown? If Nick Aldis were to step into SmackDown as R-Truth's replacement, his first few weeks would be critical in establishing his character and storyline. WWE could go in several directions with his debut, depending on how they want to present him to the audience. The straight shooter, one potential direction for Aldis could be positioning him as a no-nonsense, straight-shooting wrestler who has come to SmackDown to get the job done. He could immediately start feuding with WWE's more comedic characters, setting the stage for a rivalry that sees Aldis try to bring a sense of order to the chaos around him. This would contrast with R-Truth's more chaotic presence, and Aldis could challenge SmackDown's other superstars to raise their game. The hidden humor. Another approach could be to have Aldis start off as a serious figure, only to slowly reveal a dry, deadpan sense of humor. This could be a unique twist that keeps fans on their toes, wondering when Aldis will crack a joke or find himself in an absurd situation. It would allow him to retain his serious character while exploring more comedic moments when necessary, much like how some of the best comedic actors balance humor with dramatic performances. A new faction. Aldis could also be introduced as the leader of a new faction that aims to reshape SmackDown. With his experience as a champion, Aldis could bring in a group of wrestlers who share his vision of taking SmackDown to new heights. This faction could be more serious and focused, providing a foil to the lighter-hearted elements of the roster. Will Aldis be the new face of SmackDown? If Nick Aldis were to officially be introduced as R-Truth's replacement, it could mark the beginning of a new era for SmackDown. Aldis's acquisition would bring a fresh dynamic to the brand, blending his technical ability with the show's emphasis on both in-ring action and storytelling. The comparison to R-Truth is an interesting one, but it's clear that WWE would not expect Aldis to fill the same comedic role that Truth occupied. Instead, he could bring a much-needed balance of intensity and authenticity to the SmackDown roster. For now, the rumors continue to swirl, and fans are eager to see how WWE will handle Aldis's potential arrival. Whether he becomes the comedic foil, the serious contender, or a new faction leader, Aldis has the potential to make a lasting impact on the blue brand. If WWE plays its cards right, Nick Aldis could be the perfect addition to SmackDown, a true replacement for R-Truth's unique brand of entertainment.